Hello everyone, Jessica Morales joining you now with Mr. Mike McMahon, CEO of EcoVapor Recovery Systems. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Great, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, we want to talk about, we are at DUG Rockies Conference and Exhibition, but we really want to talk about the focus for EcoVapor. You were telling me a little bit about helping operators really lay the foundation for a lot of their goals. Start off by telling me what that is.
Sure. EcoVapor is working with operators all over the U.S. To help them reach their air emissions goals or solve an air emissions issue. So we have a lot of expertise in the area of tank battery vapor recovery. And we help operators design and operate systems that reliably and effectively capture 100% of the vapor that's generated in a tank battery. On an upstream well facility, the tank battery accounts for about 2/3 or more of the total air emissions profile of an upstream facility. And so having an effective solution to reliably capture 100% of that vapor is really key to most operators' emissions strategy.
And of course, with this strategy, there's a lot of focus on, of course, environmental concerns, and that's really where EcoVapor steps in also, because there needs to be that foundation work to give an operator a chance to be able to reach those goals.
Yes. So, all operators, want to be compliant. More and more, a lot of the major operators are stepping up and making announcements, of more strong environmental leadership, where they're saying, we're going to reduce flaring. Oxy just came out recently. Vicky Holleben said they would eliminate flaring within so many years. And so more and more operators are stepping up and taking more aggressive positions in emissions management beyond just being compliant. So that's being driven by ESG, or by investors that are expecting these operators, these companies, to demonstrate environmental leadership. And there's also some regulatory headwinds that operators are experiencing. That's manifested most recently in Colorado, where there's been a lot of regulation that's been added in Colorado to put further scrutiny and tighten the air emissions regulations for operators. New Mexico appears to be watching Colorado and following that fairly closely, but we're really seeing an increased focus in air emissions from a regulatory standpoint in virtually all states, Texas, North Dakota, up in the Northeast, et cetera. So our solution, gives the operator the opportunity to not just survive, but to thrive in this environment, because our solution not only allows for 100% vapor capture and the enhanced gas and liquid economics and revenue that goes with that, but also stabilizing their process, and there are other advantages to our solution as well.
And I know you are in all of the basins, if I'm not mistaken, or several of the basins. We're focused in the Bakken and Rockies right now, but can you talk a little bit more about the, nitty-gritty of it, or how it works? Does the machinery come in? If you can kind of overview that for us.
Sure, no, happy to. So yes, first of all, EcoVapor has over 100 installations in all major U.S. basins. Our company has been around for 10 years and is headquartered just a few blocks from here in Denver. So our biggest concentration of installations is here in the DJ. And so the way our solution works is that in the tank battery, where the oil is stored, until it is either put in a tanker truck or put in a pipeline, there's still vapor that's generated. It's kind of like opening a champagne bottle, and even after a period of time, there's still bubbles that come out of that liquid. So there's still vapor being generated that has to be managed. Traditionally, the way to manage that vapor has been to burn that vapor either with an open flare or in an enclosed combustor. But more and more operators are moving towards capturing that vapor and selling it. The vapor is very rich in BTU. Natural gas is about 1,000 BTUs. This gas is typically 2.5 times that. And so there's a lot of NGL and higher carbon components, propanes and butanes, that have a lot of value. So our solution, the way it's configured, is the liquid flows into the tank, the vapor is generated, a compressor sucks that gas out of the tank, compresses it, it goes through our unit, which makes sure that the gas meets pipeline specifications, and then it enters the pipeline. to get a little bit more technical, one of the biggest obstacles to effectively and reliably capturing and selling that vapor is that the tanks that the vapor is generated in are at very, very low pressures, very close to atmospheric pressure. And so air just naturally gets into those tanks. In spite of the operator's best effort, air still gets into the tanks. Pipelines have very strict specifications on the oxygen content of the gas to protect their pipelines from corrosion. And so one of the biggest barriers to capturing the gas has been oxygen, and our patented solution, ensures that that the gas consistently meets pipeline spec. In fact, we can take up to 10 or 15% air in the gas stream and still bring that gas down below 10 part per million requirement for the pipeline. So we just recently did a startup of a unit here in the DJ, and this is an operator that was wanting to get out in front of some of the environmental regulations that are coming down the pipe. So in this installation, we're really proud of it because not only are we capturing 100% of the tank vapor and selling it, but also this facility loads the oil into tanker trucks to be hauled off site. And when those tanker trucks show up on site, they're empty and they're full of a vapor mixture of air and hydrocarbons. And there's now heightened requirements to manage that vapor stream.
Right.
So as you put the oil in the tanker, the vapor's got to go somewhere. Traditionally, that vapor is flared. And so on this installation, that tanker truck vapor is actually put back into the tank battery. Even though it has oxygen in it, we can still make that make that vapor suitable for the pipeline. And so now the operator's selling that vapor instead of burning it, and the site is virtually a zero emission site.
That's amazing. Tell me a little bit also, Mike, about the case studies that you have right now you can share.
Sure. The one that I just described here in the DJ is one that we're working on a case study now. On our website, there's also a case study from the Permian where we worked with Shell. Shell, again, has been working to demonstrate a great deal of environmental leadership. And when Shell looked at their operations globally through their headquarters in The Hague in the Netherlands, they pinpointed the Permian and said, we're going to reduce our flaring significantly in the Permian. So they came to us, we worked together and engineered a solution, again, that is very effective and very reliable to capture 100% of the vapor from their production facilities. And Shell has now reduced their flaring in the Permian by over 80% versus a year and a half ago. And they credit EcoVapor as being a significant partner to that.
Great to hear that. And Mike, if an interested operator would like to contact you all, what's the best way to do that? Sure.
Our website has got a lot of information, and we can be contacted through there. The name of our company is EcoVapor Recovery Systems. So our website is ecovaporrs.com, or easy to remember number is 844-NO-FLARE.
That is easy enough to remember, something we really want to pay attention to.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for your time, Mike. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
You're very welcome. And for Hart Energy, I'm Jessica Morales.